Made a bunch of friggin' calls today for no fucking reason. Same place every fucking time, round in circles. See, the problem is these places committed crimes the first time round. Not okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because I almost Which one is that? That one is.
What is that? I got
Okay, I have another one of those. Oh, this one? Oh, okay. Well, let me grab that one. Just don't have a lot of this one.
What's the scratch, I think? Okay, here you
You have to eat her serving then too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, ammunition! I have a slingshot. I know exactly what Brussels sprouts were invented for.
I like a few, but not too many.
I think it depends on what you're firing them at.
Yeah. Tammy not feeling good tonight? Hey, Sally?
Give her a little bit of this, because that's, I use your tooth for that. Oh, so
Oh, yeah.
So you don't want this? You like
Hi, how are you? Do you want kids in the orders or do you want two separate? Yeah, sure. Yep, you want one or two?
Oh.
Doesn't matter.
Hi there.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Yeah. So Larry, you want Brussels sprouts? We got one salad.
Hi.
Right?
Lots of great.
There your meal.
Some of
Green pie, it's called when and why? Today.
bread.
Okay, there's your stuff, she's got you a water. Did you get dressing?
Yeah.
Yes. The doctor's what?
Good, how you doing? That's fine.
When they find out?
Yeah, it's there.
So you need two to go?
Again, every other time I see you, you guys are finding the.
I want everything to go. Okay.
And y'all need to invite the police officer to eat with them. They always want it. They got no money.
Okay.
You got more money than we do.
Nah, man, they got no money.
Really? You make 100,000 a year?
Well, those are cheaper police.
That's not cheap.
Yeah. The rookie cop, they don't make that much. Man, they
The lady
would
cop who quit made almost $100,000 a year.
I'm gonna invite the cop to eat here. See what it likes to be eating poor poverty food. They need to feel like. Because one day the cop will be poor.
I certainly hope so.
Yes, one day. Maybe they get laid off and they got no money coming. Then they become poor. Or got crippled.
Well, I don't want anybody to become crippled, but I
Well,
don't
I'm
want
just saying,
anybody to become
you know.
horrible, and we're all on equal footing, and you can treat people
Yeah.
like people.
I know the cop needs to come and
that's for him.
us, you know.
No, that's for him, that's the
And
difference.
stop picking on people who are mentally ill,
See, wouldn't that be a good idea?
right?
Just the term mentally ill is immoral.
Yeah.
It denotes that you're somehow schizophrenic to most people.
Yeah, they shoot him.
They do, and if you're autistic, like you can't stand
Yeah,
in public,
that's
you
what the
might
cop
get shot by a cop.
eat with us.
And you can't go to a
No,
hospital if
no,
you're
they go
homeless.
there. Oh, somebody says, so they're, popular. They want to get popular. Eat with the poor people, see what it looks like. Sit with it and enjoy it. Learn something from the poor people, how to survive.
Yes, I noticed a lot of the poor people here don't know how to survive.
No, they don't know how to survive. Oh, there's no toilet paper, what are we
And
gonna
more,
do?
you really didn't have much of a choice, because you might be stuck in the mountains for 2 or
Oh,
3
there's no
weeks.
electricity. Oh my God, Martha. Please, 911. We don't have no toilet paper.
I have some in my car.
Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. Like the COVID-19, right? They ran out of toilet paper. And this old lady, oh my God, they called. She was, lady, just go there behind the bush and take a leaf and wipe it off.
Oh, okay, got it.
A problem solver,
Heavy on the-
right? That's what I did
Like
that.
it?
When everything shut down, right, and we have no toilet paper, man, everybody went there, found the bush, take a big day down there, and go. Happy like a little girl.
I would like a Big Mac and a large order of fries. Do you have any more of those McChicken strips?
Not
Those are
today.
seasonal. Okay, I'll take some of that rice there.
I got it.
With,
Some chicken on it.
okay, and some of the what?
I bet
The
it's different,
shepherd
but that's
thing.
You're funny.
I wouldn't fight over it.
I'm a big fan of taters.
How are you doing today?
Here's the stuff.
I want some of those.
Some more than one.
You're very welcome. Did you
Yeah.
like some water or anything?
No, I'll let people who eat them, because I just use them for ammunition in my
Hi,
slingshot.
would you like?
Okay, you got
Got
it.
it? Want me to bring some soup? No? Would you like a water? Do you want a water or coffee or anything?
I'll go get a coffee in a minute. Ma'am? Bless you.
Hey, Sean.
Hold on. Alexander.
Good news, Sean. How's it going?
Eating.
Eating?
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the places I've been trying to turn in was in the news again. They killed someone else. Well, they changed the name of it to Johnstown Behavioral Health and killed another man. Yep.
One more second, Steve.
I knew somebody was going to get hurt bad. They didn't have the staff to protect the patients.
Another death inside a Colorado mental health hospital.
A lot of those checks and assessments, I think, got missed. The big takeaway is the lack of attention to the patient.
For more than 4 years, Denver 7 Investigates has uncovered tragedy inside the walls of this facility north of Denver.
Is there any way the leadership of Johnstown Heights can look at this and say, we've done nothing wrong?
I think they've been doing that for some time.
Officially, the coroner has labeled the death an accident.
But tonight, Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kovalevsky uncovered documents and insider information that tell a different story. 827. It's a Sunday afternoon. Do you want me to step in?
I knew somebody was going to get hurt bad.
I'm with the patient. This is a detox unit.
Not conscious, not breathing, CPR in progress.
They didn't have the staff to protect the patients. Come on, man. Come on.
1 minute until analysis covers you.
You are listening to the voice of a Johnstown police officer trying to save a life.
Okay, we have movement to touch the patient.
It's very painful. Johnstown Heights was a disaster waiting to happen.
And that disaster happened last November. The officer's attempts to resuscitate failed. Can we call it in?
I'm not going to call it unless I absolutely have to.
3 days after entering Johnstown Heights, seeking help for alcoholism, Christopher Dixon died on that Sunday.
39 years old. He walked in there on his own volition, wanting to get help through negligence. He died.
BJ Potts is a veteran nurse, a resume with 4 decades of experience, including time in 2 other mental health facilities. He resigned after 6 weeks at Johnstown Heights after he was physically assaulted by patients 2 different times.
It was just a zoo.
BJ quit 2 weeks before Christopher's death.
In so many words, Johnstown Heights is a nothing they're doing is helping the patients. There's no safety measures, and you're lucky if you can get out of there alive.
In the 5 months since Christopher Dixon's death, Denver 7 Investigates has been digging to answer why, to understand what happened. We've reviewed body camera video, the official police report, the coroner's autopsy report, talked with more than a dozen current and former patients and employees, and we've obtained newly released state inspection records. BJ Potts also reviewed those records.
You can't have a facility that just houses patients, adult patients, to the maximum census and not have the staff to take care of them.
Officially, the autopsy concluded Christopher died of complications of mixed drug interactions of therapeutic medications. Just days after his death, state inspectors moved in. They uncovered critical and disturbing details.
He was not checked adequately. He was not checked every 15 minutes, and as a result, his vital signs decreased to the point where they couldn't come back.
9 days after Christopher's death, the state's Department of Health declared Johnstown Heights was in immediate jeopardy, the state's most serious designation for a mental health hospital. Officially, the report says the facility failed to ensure registered nurses assessed detox patients in 14 of 16 records reviewed. The report included the facility's failure created likelihood of serious harm affecting patients. It specifically cited failures in treating Christopher, showing at one time he went 16 hours without having his vital signs checked. Significantly longer than what industry experts suggest is standard practice. Are you surprised by what they found in the days after this death?
No, I'm not surprised. They found everything that I thought they'd find. Inadequate staffing, inadequate safety measures.
State inspectors produced 3 different reports, more than 50 pages. They found at least 10 significant deficiencies. Specific to Christopher, inspectors noted the time medication was administered was not documented. In the report, nurses admitted they knew Christopher was at a higher risk. In fact, one nurse said to inspectors, alcohol detox was deadly if not treated appropriately.
He should not have died. It was not an accident that he died. It was negligence. That's why he died.
Officially, the Larimer County Coroner's autopsy says Christopher Dixon's manner of death was an accident. Based upon your review, should Christopher be alive today?
I believe so, yes.
Larimer County Coroner Stephen Hanks says when determining the manner of death, national standards do not include negligence as an option. Structure doesn't allow you to call it negligent.
Right.
But was this negligent?
I believe so. I think that the elements are there that both civil and criminal negligence could apply and that those arguments could be made.
The county coroner arrived at that conclusion after reading what state inspectors found at Johnstown Heights following Christopher's death. Based on this new information, the Johnstown Police Department reopen its investigation.
I believe so. I believe it's worth taking a good hard look at.
Earlier this month, the Johnstown Police Department reported to Denver 7 Investigates that it has officially closed the case into Christopher's death. But we found some telling details in the incident report.
You mean I don't have to get
It says
violent for
during an
that?
interview with Johnstown Heights CEO Sean Peterson, nearly 4 months after Christopher's death,
Did you hear
the
that
officer
Walker
wrote,
actor?
Sean said sometimes he gets nervous on Sundays because the facility is staffed
Would you like something?
with a skeleton crew. What's that
I'll just
say
end
to
up
you?
giving it away to
Is that
somebody else.
acceptable?
That's not acceptable.
You were there for 6 weeks. Was it unusual to have a skeleton crew working?
It was the norm to have a skeleton crew working.
It's also worth noting Christopher was not the first to die inside this hospital under unusual circumstances. Back in 2017, a 47-year-old father of two died inside. Same address, the same hospital, with a different name and different owners. Coroner Hanks was part of the team that investigated Tibor Hattay's death. What should people take away from these two deaths at that one address?
The commonality, a lack of supervision, a lack of adequate assessments and vital checks by the nursing staff. Commonalities this kind of concrete.
So what's next? The question is, what happens now? Will the inspections, the investigations, and the insight from insiders produce enough pressure to change this culture? Or will what happened to Christopher on that Sunday afternoon in Johnstown simply fade away until the next patient's needs are ignored in a Colorado mental health hospital?
I think it needs to be shut down. They want money, and that's all. They do nothing for the patients.
We can't bring Christopher back, but I think there could be hope that there's some justice out there that can be done.
There were people that could have stopped that, and there were things that could have been done to change that. And so it pisses me off that they still haven't changed it.
Hello, my name is Wolfie, and I like to make jewelry.
You now might be asking, what is Johnstown Heights side of this story? We have the very same question. We made calls and sent emails to the mental health hospital CEO. Sean Peterson has not
No,
responded
actually,
to our
I'm trying to
request
stave
to
off
explain what happened to Christopher. We
screaming
also
at the top
requested
of my
an interview
lungs.
with Johnstown's police chief to see if, based on that new information, he will reopen his investigation. Instead of an interview, Chief Brian Phillips would only release a statement that included no probable cause that a crime occurred. We will keep asking. I'm Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kovaleski.
Shocking. Tony and the Denver 7 Investigates team have reported extensively at problems at Johnstown Health. You can find their coverage
Singing
right
is
now.
supposed to be good for getting rid of depression, or at least staving it off. I don't think it works as well as I was told it does. I'll tell you something. My older brother is a drug addict in Boulder, Colorado, who never really did nothing but beat me up and make fun of me. But I'd rather see him than sing any day. I'm not sure if I miss him more because he's an idiot or if I miss him more because I am, because he is a mean SOB. Yeah. It's nice if you, when you spell out the acronym, though, it's SOB, because it is sad. All right, so that was Johnstown Behavioral Health that I was playing there. And I can play also Clearview Behavioral Health because, like I said, they're doing the same thing now they were doing then. Tibor Hattay obviously wasn't the only person that they killed. This is now, I believe, the second person that they killed since changing the name of the place to Johnstown. Now here's the problem, is that it's being staffed the same way that it was when I was there. It's a bunch of 7-Eleven rejects and Walmart rejects, and they don't have any sorts of criteria or credentials, and the doctor is rarely ever there. They're left with one nurse, if that.
Oh, that's expensive.
You people are almost closed.
Just about.
Oh, well, maybe you'll get rid of it.
Yeah, folks, you're welcome.
So, here's another one. Please consider reopening investigation into Johnstown Heights Behavioral Health. So let's push this. This is the place that killed Tibor
Tonight, a
Hattay.
significant update.
This is the place that tried to cover up the assault by Will and Laura Ty, and we can play the videos with him next.
Last November inside the detox unit at this Johnstown mental health facility.
Serious questions followed his death, and now we have learned the county coroner and the Johnstown Police Department are meeting to consider reopening the criminal case. Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kovaleski breaking this latest development tonight.
The Johnstown Police Department has closed its investigation. Knowing what you now know, should it reopen that investigation?
I think so. I think there's new facts and evidence that came to light.
New facts and new evidence detailed earlier this month by Denver 7 investigates.
In so many words, Johnstown Heights is a Nothing they're doing is helping the patients. There's no safety measures, and you're lucky if you can get out of there alive.
Our reporting included passionate testimonials from veteran nurse
That's a
BJ
40-year
Potts.
veteran.
He worked at Johnstown Heights for 6 weeks. He quit 2 weeks before Christopher Dixon died in the detox unit.
I knew somebody was gonna get hurt bad.
And the details of this report from the State Department of Public Health raised more questions. An inspection days following Christopher's death led to an immediate jeopardy designation, the most serious of all conclusions from a state inspection. Inspectors also found at least 10 other significant deficiencies inside Johnstown Heights behavioral health.
We can't bring Christopher back, but I think there could be hope that there's some
All right, now I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but when I tell you some place is bad, it is really bad. And I'm telling you Tillamook is bad. Lots of nice people here, but there's a severe lack of good people. It's nice to give someone a sandwich. It's good to teach somebody to make their own. Of course, a lot of people want to talk about the Jesus, give it to the Jesus. Might I remind you that Jesus was a good man, and chasing you with a whip was not out of his repertoire. Flipping over tables was not against his rules. Is that what I should be doing in the churches, flipping over tables? Of course not. That doesn't change anything. That doesn't affect any change. Now, if it's absolutely necessary in order to save somebody's life, you're darn right I would. Now, the hospital here with the assault by Dr. Stephanel Stephanides on January 28th, God, that hurts. That's something that I'm still trying to turn in to this day. I keep getting the runaround because of the mentally ill tag, but there's also the laws to be considered, and they're breaking them. Do you have any idea how difficult it is for me to follow the law when police are breaking the law? If the police here are gonna go investigate the hospital over an assault, no. Not over a homeless person, that's for certain. Now we can continue playing this. They're gonna talk about another man who was killed there again. I've got the paperwork like I've shown you in my car. Shows you right on there, Clearview Behavioral Health. And then it's got the address there on Larimer Parkway. It's Larimer County. I mean, this is a pretty important medical facility in Larimer County. It's mental health, right? But the problem is that people are bullied there. The patients are bullied and they're drugged easily. Hello. The biggest issue with the druggings, all right, here's an example. When I was there was a lady who she was trying to get a hold of one of her family members. I don't remember who it was, but I remember they slammed her down. There was no reason for it. They didn't need to antagonize the situation or anything like that. When she started crying, they slammed her down, took her to the timeout room, and injected her with drugs. There was no doctor there, no doctor present, and they were claiming to her that the doctor had ordered them to give her those drugs. That the doctor had ordered these people without hardly any training whatsoever to inject these drugs into this woman. And I was like, oh man, this place is bad. Within a day, they'd done the same thing to me. They killed Tibor Hatay there, and now they killed this man, I believe his name is Christian. Dead as a doornail. His family don't never get to do nothing with him again. Now that's the thing, when I tell you about a medical facility, I back it up. I record the information. I also record when I have to go there. I record why there's a safety issue. And I make sure that I try to address the safety issue. And you get to hear how somebody is called, quote unquote, mentally ill is treated, talked over, disrespected. If I'd have been heard in 2018, we could have saved another life there. Just like listening to me in 2016 or 2017 would have saved Natalie's life and Benjamin Harvey's life. But y'all don't want to listen to me. You want to pretend like I'm an idiot. And then when the things that I tell you will happen if you don't listen end up happening, you want to go, oh, that was a lucky guess. Well, I have an awful lot of lucky guesses, don't I? That's because they're not lucky guesses. They're based on first-hand experience. I was at Clearview. I've also been to the hospital here. I've also been to the mandated reporters, and I've also taken part in mandated reporters actually doing their jobs. And these are not the same thing. So let's play some more from this place. This one's a pretty short one. It's only 2 minutes and 49 seconds long, and it's halfway over.
Justice out there that can't be done.
Following our report, the city of Johnstown issued this statement. The Johnstown Police Department is going to request a meeting with the Larimer County coroner based on his public statements. For the JD to reopen the case, the coroner would need to amend the findings, which currently read as accidental. The statement refers to the manner of death listed in Dixon's autopsy report, where the coroner concluded the death was accidental, a conclusion that came prior to information shared in this month's Denver 7 investigation.
I think that the
And still
elements
they
are
won't
there
listen
that
to him.
both civil and criminal negligence could apply and that those arguments could be made.
So here's what we now know. The Larimer County coroner and representatives from the Johnstown Police Department are meeting this week. The topic is the possibility of reopening that criminal investigation. We expect updates from both sides, and we will keep you posted. I'm Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kovaleski.
And you can follow all of Tony's and the Denver 7 Investigate team's coverage of the troubling history of Johnstown Heights. You can look for this story on denver7.com.
All right, now let's go to Whalen Lolotai. Here's one. Ah, shit. It won't let me play that without signing in. That's how bad it is. Holy shit, there's like 3, 4 of them already bleeped out. How pathetic. Here's one though. She stepped back. She's within her legal limit. Could have smacked her head on that fucking pole easy, but he didn't care. All he knows is that it's okay to get violent with people.
In April 2019, Boulder police officer Waylon Lolotai responded to a call about homeless people littering at Mapleton Ball Fields.
You're going to jail for obstruction. You understand me?
He's talking to Sammy Lawrence, a man who says
He
he
just
wanted
likes
to
to
stand for
bully
his spies to
people,
watch this
and it ain't
interaction at the
okay.
scene.
Nope, I need to move farther away, and you're holding a weapon, so put it down.
And he's not holding a weapon, he's got a
Body
fucking
cam
walking
video from
stick.
Lawrence's attorney shows Officer Lolotai tell him to move farther back several times. When Lawrence doesn't, the officer arrests him.
He's outside of the limit for him to do anything about it.
This is my walking aid, sir.
He doesn't just arrest him, he tries to fucking hurt him.
You are harassing me! You are harassing me!
We filed a complaint because it was an unlawful arrest. The claim was that he had obstructed an investigation.
Darren O'Connor is Lawrence's attorney. After filing a federal lawsuit, the city is agreeing to pay